Good morning, dear students. So, today we are going to discuss the remaining part of poem number 2, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, stanza 3. Okay, in stanza 3, we are going to discuss first thing, the two lines of the stanza number 2 are remaining. So, in this one, we will get to know about location of school. Okay, where it is situated. Fine. Then we will have a discussion about Shakespeare again. Okay, then the beauty of nature that attracts some people, and thereafter the life of slum children. Okay, as this particular poem belongs to slum area, so we cannot ignore the slum children and their life. How do they live their life? And of course their physical standard. Okay, so stanza number 3 talks about location of school, something about Shakespeare as well as world map, both thing. Okay, then somehow the beauty and life of some children with their physical standard. So these things are being mentioned in stanza number 3. Just have a look. So this one, the two lines of stanza number 2: a narrow street sealed in with the lead sky. What I told you right now, location of school. A narrow street sealed, a very narrow street goes to the school sealed with lead sky. It means the school, suppose there is a school and it is surrounded by buildings. Okay, sealed with the sky, openly with the sky, not from the other sides. Then this school is far, far from rivers, caves. Rivers, natural beauty, caves, natural beauty, and stars of words. It means this school is very far away from starry world. Sorry, from starry world. Means the sky full of stars. Okay, so in this location we get to know that a very narrow street goes to the school and it is surrounded by some other things like buildings and all. It is open with the sky, only the blue sky is visible from that particular school, and the location of school is very far away from natural beauty. In natural beauty, what the poet has mentioned: rivers, caves, and stars of world. It means the sky is full of stars, but it is not. Fine. Stars of world means the words means actually this one is related to imagination. Stars of world means imagination, means their creativity also. Okay, so this world, this school is far away from these things. Next, surely, see, Shakespearean world map. Surely Shakespeare is wicked. Wicked means why Shakespeare is wicked for them, and the map a bad example. See, although we have a great importance of this person in English literature and map. Which map this is? This is world map. But these two things they are not of their use or not of their standard even. Why Shakespeare is called wicked? Because this person does not have any value for these children. Or you can say the picture of Shakespeare is not valuable for them. Got it? As well as the map is a bad example. Can you tell me this world map belongs to whom? This world map belongs to rich people in which they rule the society, in which they govern the society. That's why this world map has two meaning over there. One, the world of rich people. Second one, the world map which is not of their standard. Okay, this is also you can see in the yesterday also we got to know that open-handed map. This is the same map, but Here this world map has two meaning: one the world of rich people, and second world the map which is of no use for these children. Okay, and next one, with ships and sun and love tempting. See, ships and sun, natural things, and love tempting them to steal. Who are these people? Them. These are slum children. Okay, these are slum children, and they are attracted. Tempt means attract करना. Okay, जिसको attract करते हैं. Sun and ship attract them to steal. Steal means to steal something. Okay, चुरा लेना. What? From lives that slyly turn into their crammed hole. Crammed hole means like a rat has its own house under the ground. It looks like that. These slum children, they are living like rats. They live like rats in their cramped holes. Okay, so all beautiful things like ship and sun and love attract the children of slum school because they don't have them, because they don't have these things. Okay, ship and sun. That's why the poet says in this one that they live like rats under the ground. Now, from fog to endless night, their future is foggy, their future is dark, their future is uncertain. Okay, so from fog to endless, from early morning to endless nights, they live in their crumbed holes and they do only rag picking. Like especially it is being described indirectly in this poem that they do rag picking from fog to endless night, and they live in their crumbed hole like rats. Okay, then uh, the only certainty in their lives is the endless night and their death. Endless night and their death. In simple words, their birth, their death, their life, all are enveloped by darkness. Night means darkness. When they get birth, when they get young age, when they get their life, and when they get their death, all things they are being circled in this darkness of slum area. And then on their slag heap means a heap of garbage, the children were skin peeped through by bones. Skin peeped through by bones. See what I have written here, physical standard. So they are so weak in their bones, and spectacles of steels. See, spectacles of steels with mended. Mended means broken glasses. Like how whenever they find spectacles, then how do they look like? They look like that, a skeleton. A skeleton, you might have seen skeleton. A skeleton wears a glass which are broken. So you can zoom, you can imagine that how do they look like physically, like a skeleton by which their uh, bones peeped through their skin. They are so weak, physically so weak, and they look like skeleton, like having mended glasses on their eyes. And these mended glass, how they are mended, how they are broken, in which shapes they are being broken, like bottle bits on stone. When we throw a glass bottle on stone, you can imagine what type of you can say shapes the broken glasses gets. Okay, so like this, these glasses are broken. Then all of their time and space, all the time, space, place and time, all the slum children people or children, their time and space they are spent are foggy slum. As I told you, their birth, their life and death, all they are related to foggy slum. Okay, so in this dirty and unhygienic surrounding of slum children lead very pathetic and miserable life, which is full of diseases, poverty, and darkness. Okay, so this is the thing that has been given in this particular stanza. Apart from that, the poet conveys this one, their standard, that they are so poor, and these are the map of the civilized world, the world of rich and great people. This map. Okay, Shakespeare is weak because Shakespeare does not have any importance for these children, or you can say these two things, world map and Shakespeare, they are not of their equal standard. Now, stanza number 4. Stanza number 4, first of all, it talks about some authorities. Okay, some authorities, and this, then again this map. Okay, and after all, the poet goes for an appeal, and lastly, a very moral thing the poet talks about. So stanza number 4 talks about first one, authorities. In authorities we have governor, inspector, and visitor. Okay, these three people we have, and the map, and again the windows of this particular classroom are being described in this one, and the poet does an appeal to break something. We will study right now in stanza number 4, and then what is the moral that has been discussed in the last lines. See, okay, so stanza number 4, unless governor, inspector, visitor, these three people they have been mentioned here, governor, inspector, and a visitor, are important and powerful, okay, person in this particular modern time, and the poet says them to help the miserable slum children. The poet urges to these authorities to help them. They are expected to perform an important role in their life. What to do? To make them equal, to give them social justice. So these three people they can do like this. Then this map becomes their window. This map means world map can become their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacomb. Catacomb means underground grave. Generally, it is known that a classroom has a window, and this window connect the students to the outer world. But here in this classroom, these windows are being shut upon. They are being closed. That's why this room has become like a catacomb, like an underground grave. It means with the shutting of the windows, their creativity, their life, their future, everything has been bounded. Everything has gone finished. So likewise, in this one, their windows refer to the you can say halls of dirty slum, where the poor and unfortunate children of slum they are living. Then what next is appeal. What is appeal? The poet says, poet does an appeal, urges an appeal, break, oh break, break what? Open till they break the town. The poet urges, or poet appeals, that break every kind of limitation and let them go to out of the town, because this town is of what type? It is of slum area. Okay, so the poet does an appeal, break all the rules and let them go out of this slum town, and show the children, and show to the children what? The green field, nature. Greenfield means nature, and make their world, and try to make their world, their life, run azure on gold sand, very shining like the sand, golden sand that we find on sea beaches. Okay, and then let their tongue, and let them read. Let their tongue means let them read. Run naked into books, their books themselves. Means let them learn themselves by doing something themselves. And the white and green leaves open. These are the symbolism of natural beauty, that let them go to the field of the nature, let them read themselves, let them learn themselves. Leaves open in the open environment where slum is no more. Okay, and lastly, the very last line, history theirs whose language is the sun. Got it? Very important line of this one, history theirs whose language is the sun. So here, what does the poet want to say? The poet wants to say that the people, those who create history, whose language has the warmth and power of sun. It has actually two meanings. This line has two meanings. One, the people in the past who have created history, they had understood the power of sun. Got it? Second is history is created by those people, those who face the burning sunlight of sun on their heads. It means they do hard work and they create their history. So likewise, in this one, it is being told. So dear students, just have a look on stanza number 3 again. It talks about location of the school and the picture of Shakespeare, value of world map and the value of Shakespeare. Then somehow some beauty like ship and sun. Okay, and then life of slum children. How do they live? And then physical standard like they are very weak and their skin peeps means the sorry their bones peeps out of their out of their body. Okay, so this one was the content of stanza number 3. Then stanza number 4 talks about authorities, governor, inspector and editor. If they want to do something, they can remove what? They can remove social injustice from their life. And the map, this window should be opened, and then the poet does an appeal to break over this slum town and let them go to the nature, let them learn themselves and let them do their work themselves. And lastly, a moral like history theirs whose language is the sun. The people those who have faced the burning sunlight of sun, they have created history. Or the people those who have understood the language and the warmth of sun, they really have created history. Okay dear students, and do reading of this poem and we will get back to you. Till then, goodbye, take care.